I would say, an expert in ammunition, having spent so long in the army. However, you may wish not to take my words for it, but look at this. I looked up the effects of blank ammunition. It says it gets slower and slower and can do any damage to flesh anywhere further than a couple of feet out from a blank, and you have nothing to fear. That is, except you carry the rifle and put it maybe against your eye and fire. Even if you put it against your skin and fire, you only have a burn mark to show for it.
Can I try it on you?
Huh?
Can I try it on you?
I wish I brought a rifle to try it. But a little digression, my Lord. In the villages, when they say they have done, the juju man says he has done otonopo to prevent you from having gunshot wounds, and he displays it to you. He's just using a blank gunpowder. He fires it, no effect, and the man leaves thinking he has been fortified. Same thing. Please, let's look at the conduct of the operations. Throughout the night of the 20th, 21st, Lagos, especially the island up to Sogotedo, Ibejuleki, was on fire. These things are the things you see in a country at war. This was replicated everywhere. Businesses such as this Claridge place were not only looted, destroyed, they also burnt it. In fact, this particular business, from investigations conducted, it will appear it was burnt because the baale of the area did not receive 200,000. This is a multi-billion naira investment. In 81 division, we were short of troops. The Chief of Army Staff, Lieutenant General Tuku Yusuf Buratai, gave an extraordinary order that all army schools should be shut down and everybody should be brought onto the operations. I myself was an examiner in the Nigerian Army Intelligence School, and by quirk of fate, that same Tuesday, I was taking them on internal security and how to map marks and conduct. These troops fell under my command the next day. And I was telling them, I am sure you never believed you will be playing out what you learned so soon. Hours. My Lord, these troops are made up of men and women. They were due to graduate on the 21st of October. They have been deployed for almost a month now, under rain, sunshine, night and day, outside. We are not complaining, it is our duty. But most disheartening, 8 of them have missed their weddings. They planned to get married, they've missed it because they have to stay put. Before the troops went out, I briefed them. A microphone. My Lord, may I talk over if
continue with your testimony. It doesn't seem to have any luck with this equipment.
Basically, what I was telling them was warning them about the rules of engagement and admonishing them and reminding them of the Chief of Army Staff's special directive, which has been in place for a long time, that they must not molest civilians, especially women and children. The Chief of Army Staff views it very strongly. And believe it or not, once we have those kind of complaints, they are investigated much faster than you think, sometimes within hours, and such people are dealt with. He asked me, a soldier asked me, when is he supposed to open fire? And I told him, I'm sure you will have a copy, my lord. I told him, you only open fire on the word of command of the commander on the ground, or if your life or innocent civilian lives are being threatened. This brief is compulsory for any operation you are going to undertake. So the men will be on the same level with you. This was the Roberts Palace. The crowd had gone there, gone to the APC, and were intent.
So, you will not be kind enough to tell the panel what APC is.
The crowd had gone to the armored personnel carrier of the police. It's an armored personnel carrier of the police. And Lord looted the area. Such armored personnel carriers perhaps are deployed when there's a riot. They not only overran the police that went there to join it, bought it, and looted the Roberts Palace. The Nigerian Army extricated the Oba of Lagos. I don't think it's funny. Both him and his family were ferried to safety.
What date was that?
This was the 21st. Were able to ferry all of them to safety. No life was lost in them. The general officer commanding, who was on assignment to Abuja, spoke on video call to the leader of the mob and asked him to call off his voice after we had secured the safety of the Oba of Lagos. Simultaneously, the business district area of Lagos, this is where they stole the maize no respect for tradition. It's inconceivable this will happen. This, I believe, can never happen to the Queen of England, no matter our thoughts. The business district area were looted or was looted. Marina, Cash and Carry, and the Nigerian Port Authority. Vehicles were burnt, set ablaze, and the offices were ransacked. They were looking for money. Just as I said earlier, once a protest lasts a few days, hoodlums are making active plans to penetrate. There was an attempted jailbreak at the Ikoyi Correctional Center. This jailbreak was carried out simultaneously with that in Kirikiri. The prisoners here set their accommodation ablaze and hoped to escape in the ensuing confusion. The 81 Division supported the correctional services and police who are there to contain the outbreak in both places. They not only try to break out from the correctional facilities, they also burnt the Goshere High Court. And that tells you they wanted to get rid. It was deliberate. In most of these instances, you just study it well, you see the pattern emerging. Nobody tried to break into those places. Rather, the prisoners tried to break out. At the same time, they had information of the going on outside. This was troops of 149 Battalion in support of the correctional services that wanted that jailbreak. They bought places like ShopRite, Spa, Lekki. I was on ground for this, and what hurt me most was that women and men, children, mothers were even taking their children to go and loot. And by the time I got there, I had received a distress call from the MD of SPA. And he even said, please, sir, let them loot the place, but they should not set it on fire. He was pleading. And I met many of them. Because if you know the Lekki well, there is a road almost about 600 meters or so. We drive in. After like 100 meters, I asked my soldiers to dismount, form an extended line. And these looters still had the temerity to walk up with the looted goods. I'm talking of 5,000 people. Walk up with looted goods and they will tell you, all correct, sir. Looting freely. This is the Lekki Circle Mall.
Where?
You can see this is where the moment we got in there.
Where's the fire? Somewhere
able to put that out. Whilst going to rescue Spa, I met looters looting Lekki. You can hear that. I was ordered to release a shot. And I said, oh, because despite the fact they are looters, I did not want any casualty. I wanted to catch them to me. I asked them to form a cage. The cage is just a temporary arrangement, not cage as a metal structure. It has already started manifesting itself. Already. Troops managed to arrest these robbers with a weapon stolen from the police armory. Now there's a high level of insecurity along the Jagonde, Aja, Badore, Shagotedo axis. Why? This hoodlum made a deliberate attempt to get rid of the police in that area, so they can operate freely. If we say no protest lasting more than 3 days is hijacked, then you can imagine a protest against the people meant to arrest the criminals. The criminals will use it as an incentive to ensure they commit enough mayhem to get them off the streets. That is the police. This occurred the day before yesterday at Badore. A bullion van or an armored truck carrying money was attacked. If you look at the modus operandi of robbers in Lagos, they don't do this. They don't even rob banks like other states where they even use dynamite and everything. It was because that is not the modus operandi in Lagos that we did not see bank votes being dynamited. They'll have used dynamite on them to open them and just pick the money. But because that's not the modus operandi, that's why you didn't see this. But now they are emboldened, well armed. One Okada man lost his life in this incident. Cold fight. I apologize, some of the images are very gruesome. Cold fight. Looking for supremacy. This was yesterday again. Needless violence. I apologize, the images are gruesome, but we have to see it and tell ourselves the truth. Lynched citizens. This one is not a policeman. See that Jakonde area in right the just opposite ShopRite is a buffer. All you get there is a real slum, and this is all they do. On that day of the crisis, troops saved not less than 6 people from being lynched. From last week Monday to Wednesday, not less than 12 people have been killed because we are getting reports. Let us look at the visit by the Honorable Panel of Inquiry to Military Hospital Lagos. I was watching the television, the TV, and I saw the Honorable Panel trying to gain access to the Military Hospital in Lagos, and tempers were even raised because they couldn't gain access. A military barrack is a restricted area anywhere in the world. Even so-called free countries, you cannot just waltz in to a barrack for this kind of things. And when I got there, I met the learned silk there, and they said they had intelligence that they had some bodies or something there. And when they said intelligence, it struck me, because intelligence is a greater form of information, because it is information, bits of information, essential elements of information that has gone through a cycle, and you're able to say for certain, this is there. My Lord, whoever gave that intelligence did a disservice to this panel. Because, just as I said that day, the military hospital in Lagos has been under repairs for a year now. I grew up in Lagos, and the military hospital then was a center of excellence. But things had deteriorated to the point that even X-rays taken there could not be read properly. My junior brother went there 2016, thereabout, and took an X-ray that would not be read. And the diagnosis was that they were going to operate and remove a part of his lung using that X-ray. We had to take him to another hospital, a private hospital, and he took the X-ray and found that he didn't even need an operation, just a few drugs. That was it. It was this state of affairs that led the Chief of Army Staff, to find ways to insist that this is elevated. Because one of his cardinal agenda is the welfare of officers and men. He does not joke with it, especially as it relates to medical facilities. That is why they are building a reference hospital now in Abakaliki, which has been paid for completely. It will soon be commissioned, open to both officers and men and the public. Building one in Maiduguri, upgrading 44 and 68 reference hospitals.